I might get some stats out of the team here just on where we're at the moment. I think we've brought in tens of thousands of tonne. How many exactly?
Yeah, probably just over 50,000 tonne of material.
50,000 tonne, which is a lot of truckloads. For those who went for a tour recently, you would have seen what that looks like and how much effort that takes to get in. And you would have seen the front entry road now taking shape on your way in the mornings, seeing our new uplifting, remarkable entry piece that's going in. I still think it could be another metre or two higher, but we'll see how it looks in another week or so. The board-approved funding last Friday, the last piece of the jigsaw for this year's budget, so it's a $20 million budget total for stage 1 on Astra. 14.5 was approved last week. So that money is now being fed back into the team through to the main head contractor award. So we're going through an ETI process, the team are running. We've shortlisted 5 contractors who want to be on a panel. We're running it as a panel for a number of reasons, but one is to keep competitive tension. I think something that the syndrome of Newcastle is you quite often see the same logos. People stamp it and say, right, no one else tries anymore, having come from that side of the fence. You leave the incumbent, you go, well, we'll go somewhere else and chase work. So competitive tension, and also making sure we've got options depending on the workload to share about. So there's 5 companies on that now. We've got Darracon, Robson, KCD who are out there at the moment. We've got Menai Civil out of Sydney who compete with Darracon on big works down there. And the 5th one is Abigail. So 2 of those companies haven't worked here before. 3 of them are either on site now or soon to be on site. So they're all seeing each other's logos and coming through. So that procurement's a big chunk of this year's budget and the main part of Astra. And that'll be to build roads, sewer, water, power, comms, the landscaping works, there'll be boardwalks, there'll be activation of the sand dune, all of that work being done, and lot preparation where you walk out there and you'll see everything's level, ready for people to come and put spectacular world-class buildings. So that's the next step there, is that procurement. And then to follow on that is the deal flow section of life. So recently in the property group, been working closely with John on setting up the sales funnel. So we've had all these things and businesses around, and John's been tracking them in this big sheet about who and where and when. We've just put that into a bit of a sales funnel so we can see where people are. For those who don't know what a sales funnel is, it's all the opportunities that live out there and then working them through a process where you might get one dripping out of the funnel every now and then. Hopefully we can make that drip fairly frequent, but you need to explore a lot of opportunities and potential clients, and some of them stop halfway through the funnel and say no, we can't afford, or no, we've changed our mind. So it's a real process to put it through. So we'll be working on that soon. Some of the companies in the funnel that to note are Boeing. We're talking to Boeing at the moment about potentially quite a large facility, which would be airside access on the taxiway out here. That will take years to actually come to the point where there are people occupying a building. So we're working on that now. Start designs and starting just to make it shape up. Jetstar, we've got a proposal going to them very soon. It will be this month for pretty much a bigger version of what we've got out here. So I think it's a three aeroplanes fitting head to toe in a 2.5 bay hangar. The hangar design came out of Jetstar somewhere over in Poland. They shared an example of a bit of a sketch of what it might look like, so we're running with that. I think we've recently signed an MOU with the University of Newcastle for 12 months for them to be the primary tertiary, it's funny, but the main tertiary education point. So they've sort of put a place marker on it that anything to do with tertiary education will need to go through them, which is excellent. And there's a couple of other companies, Ruag, who manufacture components. There's quite a few component manufacturers for the F-35 waiting on contracts who would fit in that support space behind. So they're all good. And we got a call from the government, Israel Aerospace Industries, who tried to come out here the other day because of medical emergency with one of their teams. So they flew back home from Singapore, but they were coming here to do lunch, drive around the site and have a look at quite a big airside facility they might need with access out to runways. So some really cool companies and some really good opportunities there. it's very exciting, but lots of work to do. So that's a big focus that's coming up this year. You'll hear more about deal flows. We're obviously moving into a pretty heavy marketing time to market, have things ready, be ready to show people the glossies and then take them out on site on Darryl's Astra tours, and make sure that people can feel it and drive out there and see through the trees to the runway and get that all going. So that's all happening. And Lynn will be very busy on finalising master plan. Peter mentioned the SAP before, the government activation of Williamtown. So that integrates with Port Stephens Council and needs to integrate with us. We see ourselves very much as part of the core of that SAP, and we're not sort of just dreaming that up. We are talking to people and they want to know how we work. So transport for an activation precinct is key. This airport obviously is the biggest transport, and you've got easy links out to highways and north-south Pacific Highway. So all those sorts of things come together, and sustainability and renewable energy and lots of things. So Glenn's going to be pulling that together with that SAP and with Port Stephens to make sure that what we're planning is something that's beyond what we can see, where our kids and our kids' kids are actually coming up here talking about grandma and grandpa's involvement. We've got to think that far ahead. So it's quite a challenge and quite interesting. I don't think I've missed anything else.
Any questions for Ben?